Hello everyone, this is C.L.E.A.R, your image consultant. Today we are going to talk about communication, which is the very first pillar of your image management. Bad leaders talk the most. Ones that ask better questions is the better leader. Being a better leader does not mean talking louder or talking straight over the mouth, showing arrogance and authority. It means being wise and listen more. Do we all agree to that? Well, today we are going to learn about a word which will help you to strengthen your leadership. And the word is clear. Clear. C.L.E.A.R. So let's break clear. C stands for connect, which means show your genuine interest by asking thoughtful questions. Try to ask more open-ended questions so that you get more opportunity of discussion, create trust and a connection between you and your team. L stands for listen. Very, very important. You need to focus entirely on the person, on the speaker, while you are talking to somebody. Avoid all the distractions. If you talk over the phone while listening to the employee or your team, or you are in a team meeting and you're just handling your fidgeting with your phone while the other team members are talking and you're not listening, that gives a very bad impact, which means that you are really not interested in the business. So it is very important to listen attentively to a speaker. Next, being human, empathize. Empathize with your team members, understand, acknowledge their emotions, appreciate their good work, give them constructive feedback in case if there is a failure or something. So it is very important to understand their perspective, and that is only possible through empathy. Next is ask. Ask and clarify by asking open-ended questions, lots of questions, get deeper, try to understand it in the point of view of a problem solving by getting into the root cause of the concern. Then last but not the least, it's R as in respond. Offer meaningful feedback or action steps based on what you heard and what can be done better. So this was about the breakup of the word clear. So if you have any questions on this, please comment below. Let me share some 8 phrases that can master your communication as a leader. Can you tell me something more about that? Use this when receiving unclear feedback or information over a specific topic. What challenges do you foresee? This one is while asking or discussing about a project planning to identify the potential obstacles early. Next, here's what I am understanding so far. Am I correct? So here you are just checking the understanding of the person, and you are getting into a discussion with lot of confrontation and questions with patience and dignity. Next is what's the best outcome you are hoping for, which means that you are so goal oriented and you also want the other person to be goal oriented so that you actually hit the priorities and do the work well. Next, very important, gratitude. Thank you for your perspective. I hadn't thought of that. See, it is very important that when you are in an authoritative position, you have to calm down. You have to bring your ego down. You need to understand the strength. Concentrate on the strength of the other person rather than the weaknesses. Because what happens is when we know the weakness, when we discuss the weakness, we always talk about the bad sides of the people. So when you start your conversation or end your conversation with a thanks or a gratitude, the session becomes more interesting. The session becomes open for the next one, and it gives the other person a very good impression of you as a leader. Next question can be, how do you see this playing out in the long run? Which means again you are evaluating the strategies to encourage a forward thinking regarding the goal or the vision of your team members, any project or the company. Next question can be, I understand this is tough. How can I support you? This is a golden question for every leader. Every executive, every employee wants their leader to help them. So you're not spoon feeding, you're not hand holding, you're just helping them to understand their challenges and save them with your experience as examples to such scenarios. So, this was all about clear conversation to become a good leader. This method aims basically to help the leaders to have real conversations rather than just giving instructions, promoting empathetic environment, promoting a supportive environment, and that can give you a very good leadership experience. So thank you so much. Hope this information was valuable. Apply it now and leave comments if this really helped. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for many more videos.